Hello and a very warm welcome for the first time this year, in actual fact, to the FA National Futsal Series weekend's action, with the games taking place live from the Aldenham Sports Centre this weekend. We have 3 games on the card for you today in the women's top flight, before attention will turn to a full schedule in the men's side of things tomorrow. There are the 3 fixtures in the women's Tier 1 today, starting with Southampton taking on Bloomsbury. Up later we'll have Bolton and Hartbury, and to round off today's action, a tasty looking encounter between London Helvetia and the league leaders and reigning champions in Birmingham WLV. 2 teams are out onto the court here at the Aldenham Sports Centre for the first game of the day, as Bloomsbury return to action, as do Southampton, for their first competitive league fixture of this new calendar year. We saw such progression from Bloomsbury in 2022 and finished that calendar year just a point behind Birmingham at the top of the table. They'll be looking to kick on, that's for sure, as they go in search of a potential title come the end of the season. I'm sure that's what they'll have their eyes on, after the vast and rapid improvements that we saw them make with the additions in the summer, certainly helping that as well. Very different story on the other hand for Southampton, means that Bloomsbury are very much the favourites going into the game, as the 2 captains there just come together in the centre circle. Eleanor Scotland wearing the number 2 shirt for Bloomsbury, and the skipper for Southampton, the goalkeeper and experienced shot stopper in Lauren Saylor. But yeah, Southampton have found it difficult this campaign, having just survived in Tier 1 by the skin of their teeth last time out. Yet to pick up a point though this season, with 6 games played and beaten in all of those. They'll have a difficult job to change the course of that proceedings today. And referees for today's game are first referee Esther Perry and second referee Andre Sequeira. Timekeeper is Paul Gregory. Two periods of 20 minutes, stop clock of course, and it looks as though Bloomsbury will get us underway, kicking from left to right in this first half. We are underway then, and it's Helena Scotland who gets the ball rolling. Crossover onto the left flank, and a first sting of the palms for the goalkeeper Saylor. She sends that one forward, but only to the halfway mark, and Bloomsbury have the ball here early on. Fed in towards a dangerous area, but the goalkeeper was alert enough to come out and gather that. This is Alicia Povey. Maybe hasn't quite had the start to life in Southampton colours as she would have liked after signing in the summer from Reading Royals, where she was so prolific. Handball there given for the first foul of the fresh year. That's a long ball forward over the top, looking for the run there of Kaylee Tonks, who just found a little bit of space in behind the Bloomsbury back line for a moment or two, but was unable to control. Saylor rolls that one short to Rebecca Tonks, and her sister Kaylee Tonks pokes it round the corner to Povey. Southampton coming forward over the halfway line. It'll be an Aztecs ball. Kaylee Tonks looking to dictate play from the back. Bloomsbury on the attack here though, with Lewis Chaudinay wide of the near post. Looking there though, Bloomsbury to quickly turn defence into attack and spark forwards, have themselves a corner. First set piece, let's see what they can work from it. It's taken and set back for the strike, and Had to be alert, did the goalkeeper there, Saylor. Scotland certainly got enough power behind the ball. Here's Salas. Salas trying to loft the ball from right to left, but it was a slightly misplaced pass, which has given possession back to Southampton, but they'll be relatively happy with how the game started. Certainly not being overawed by Bloomsbury so far. It's been a relatively slow start to the game. Bloomsbury kicking. Salas for Scotland, and took a touch to get the ball out from beneath her feet, but well wavered with the effort in the end. Saylor that time opting to go longer with the distribution, and Southampton just momentarily there ending up in a more of a 2-2 setup with both Maidment and Kayleigh Tonks higher up the course. Trying to thread the pass through there, Scotland, but just wayward of where she intended it to drop to, and it's out of play on the far side. Southampton have a kick in their defensive half. First couple of minutes played, and still goalless, and the game's still really without its first proper opportunity. Might he come here? Tonks. Heavy touch, too much on that. Alice Harkness-Armstrong goes short with the goal clearance. Such an experienced shot stopper and such a key asset now to this Bloomsbury side, but she might be called into action as Southampton look to turn defence into attack themselves. Bloomsbury win it back and are on the attack though. Played round the corner, and it's a good save by Saylor. Not sure how much she really knew about it, but a bit of an unorthodox style to how that one was kept out. To Lewis Chaudinay. Lewis Chaudinay squirms away from the first defender. Scotland. That'll be a corner. Definitely the most lively piece of action though that we've seen so far, with Southampton momentarily looking as though they were going to cause problems for the Bloomsbury defence, but having lost possession on halfway, the transition very nearly led to the game's first goal. Saylor to the rescue at the back for the Aztecs. Southampton set up in a very low block and narrow block in front of their goal. Something which I would imagine the coach Will Wilson has taken time to work on, defending set pieces. We saw towards the back end of last year them concede far too many set piece goals from their point of view for sure. That one's deflected. We'll go out for another corner. So more defending here to do for Southampton. Still 0-0. As the corner here is to be taken from the right, and the full second count being pulled up, so that one will be overturned for the goal clearance. For Salem, I think it was, who was just trying to make sure that the ball was stationary before taking the corner, and in doing so used up the allotted 4 seconds. Here is Frith Salem, across the face of goal, but nobody there at the far stick to turn it in. Just starting to up the tempo a little bit though, Bloomsbury, in the last couple of periods of play. Rebecca Tonks there unable to prevent the ball from crossing the near side touchline, and it's out for a kick in. As Portobello, wearing the number 14 shirt, takes that kicking from the right. It's back though with Southampton, but Tonks there running into a dead end. Portobello, another one of these summer signings who have made such an impact for Bloomsbury since joining in the summer. Portobello picks a good pass there, and it trickles its way through, but fortunately somewhat for Southampton, drops wide. Real opportunity there for Tessa Long. The New Zealand international denied by the outstretched left leg of Lawrence Ayler. Long just running into trouble in the form of a couple of red shirts. Final touch there did come off the Bloomsbury player as well. Still 0-0. A loose pass, and it's given the ball back to Southampton inside the centre circle. They'll be happy with how they've settled so far, though, the Aztecs. And keeping Bloomsbury at bay so far. Harkness-Armstrong drops that one short for Crackman to build from the back. A couple of runners forward there off the ball for Bloomsbury, but Crackman was just forced to turn back. Long. Here's Crackman. Portabella into Long, and again it's a ricochet more than a usual save that takes it wide. Referee indicating the corner to be taken from the far side. But Bloomsbury coming closer, again denied. That one set back for the strike from the corner. Did take a nick on its way through, so it's going to be another set piece. Hook clear that time by Alicia Povey. Set for the strike for Crackman, and she there that time drags it far wide. 5 minutes played, still 0-0. Harkness-Armstrong out to Portabella. Portabella across from right to left, and has opened up this space forward down the left flank now again for Bloomsbury, and the touch from the goalkeeper Saylor that time definitely turning it behind for the corner with the save. Edging ever closer though to the game's opener. Set for the strike from the corner again, and that time it was Portabella. Southampton maybe just guilty of overcompensating too far the other way in their defending. I mentioned earlier they conceded goals from set pieces towards the back end of last season. That was more so when the gaps were left open in their defensive setup. Looks very much more resolute, but it's leaving a lot of space for the set and strike on goal. Crackman, nobody there. Opportunity here, and there's the game's opener. Well, it was a neatly threaded ball, and Hannah Crackman on the end of it made no mistake with the finish. That's the goal that Bloomsbury were looking for, and Crackman provides it. 1-0. Excellent reverse pass, just cut through the whole of the Southampton defence, and Hannah Crackman with yet another goal since her summer move. 1-0. That one there drops back for Povey. Southampton, for Tonks rather, I beg your pardon. Southampton though just need to be careful now that they don't concede a second in quick succession. They'll need to steady the ship and just maintain focus and try to have as much control about the game as they can. Portobello across, Crackman. It's fired, but only against her own teammate there. I think it was, who actually got the block in. Kaylee Tonks. That one sent forward over the top. It's Rebecca Tonks as she twists and turns and then offloads to the right, but in the end the pass didn't find her sister Kaylee and it's out of play. Salas. Portobello. Turning inside the centre circle. Cross again to Portobello and through the legs of Povey. Manak. Shot was taken from long range from Tessa Leong and just wide of the right hand upright of Lauren Saylor. It's going to be a change of all four here, the outfield quartet for Bloomsbury. Something that they do have to their advantage today, as ever. Bloomsbury travelling with large numbers. They have a full squad, whereas the opposite camp is low on numbers. Just the 7 players who travel for Southampton. It's a limited squad and it might get worse for them early on. But they're just back behind the run of where Estefania Salas was, and it's out of play in a momentary reprieve for the Aztecs to have possession back. Povey fouled. Nothing malicious about it, but just a late trailing leg from Thackeray. Referee just indicating exactly where this free kick should be taken from and moving the Bloomsbury players back the required distance, but it's taken back to maintain possession for Southampton anyhow. Apologies for the momentary loss of coverage there, but hopefully we are now back with you. And it's still 1-0 to Bloomsbury. Southampton were on the attack, I think, when we lost you, but nothing coming of that particular move forward, and possession now back with Bloomsbury in the Southampton defensive half. So 1-0, courtesy of that Hannah Crackman goal. Scotland there digs out the shot with her weaker left peg, and it was skewed wide. Short from Saylor, and Bloomsbury maybe just inviting that shorter roll-out distribution before then looking to pounce and press high to win the ball back in a dangerous area. An injury concern here for Rosanna Thrift-Salem, I think it is, for Bloomsbury. Just winded by the power behind that latest strike, and it's just an opportunity for her to regain her breath and back to her feet. Curtis across to Saylor. First venture forward for her today. Picks out a good pass as well to Harris. Harris across the face of goal, and it's turned in for 1-1. Alicia Povey, and we're back square. Excellent use of the extra player with Lauren Saylor stepping forward, and far too much space. Might be a bit of an inquest in the Bloomsbury camp as to how that was allowed to happen. But Povey and Southampton won't care at all. And we're level again, 1 apiece. back where we started, and the momentum now perhaps with Southampton as well. Really well worked though. The pass from Saylor down the line was taken with composure, not rushed at all. Salas trying to squirm free, but it runs through to the goalkeeper Saylor in a more regular goalkeeping position to do her more regular goalkeeping duties, as Tonks there was somewhat fortunate to break through. The first challenge across to Povey again. That's another big chance for Southampton. Off target that time Povey, but again in a similar area of the court, a very dangerous area of the court, and finding lots of space. Didn't quite catch it on the replay there, but Povey seemed to have all the time in the world. Maybe he could have even taken a touch. Perhaps had more time than she realised initially. Got the shot away, but it dropped just wide. Salas. For Salem. For if Salem goes for goal, maybe there the pass was on to try to play the ball back to Thackeray. Referee just adjusting the goalkeeping woodwork as it's moved back to the correct position. But one apiece. And Southampton here on the attack again. It's Curtis. Kicking, but nothing more for Southampton when it could well have been from that position. Curtis, referee allows that to continue despite the fact it looked to me as a moving ball from our position. Salas, pull past that time, gifts the ball back to Southampton, and Tonks is on a bit of a 1v1 mission herself. Southampton certainly here since the goal with their tails up. Tonks to Leah Harris. Harris up to Povey, the goal scorer for the Aztecs. Sets it back, takes a deflection. Breaks back for Scotland. Scotland threads the pass through as well, and it's a good save by Saylor. End-to-end action with a big chance for Bloomsbury coming at the end of it. Frith Salem denied again by Saylor. Excellent play though from Eleanor Scotland to create the chance, and it's that time Scotland who was powering the shot goal bound, and again though same outcome with Saylor making the stop. Corner and it's set back again, but that time Scotland gets that one all wrong. And a new ball being called for in actual fact as well. Povey away from Salas. Povey. Armstrong deals with that one that time. Kick starts the counter charge as well. Salas. Certainly no need for Bloomsbury to panic. They've managed to create a couple of opportunities since conceding themselves. But they more than know they're in the game here. Trying to find Povey in behind the Bloomsbury fix that time, but I think the goalkeeper Armstrong would have had it covered anyhow. Maisie O'Shea onto court for Bloomsbury, their new signing from local side London Helvetia. One of the members of the recently so successful England deaf women's team as well, Maisie O'Shea. Let's see what impact she can have in the gold and black of Bloomsbury, but Southampton there calling for a timeout, and of course can't have a timeout until it's their possession out of play, so just a mistake from the timekeeper Paul Gregory being corrected. Tonks up to Harris. but a definite indication that Southampton there want to have their minutes time out at the next possible opportunity. Here's O'Shea. Southampton will be hoping that they can get to that break with this one-apiece scoreline intact as well, or maybe even better. Over the halfway line, Tonks, but then unable to make anything more of it. Here's Povey picking up the loose end. Far too far ahead of the run of Nicola Curtis to her right, though. It's out of play for the Bloomsbury kick-in, and here we see the opposing styles of defensive structures, with Southampton very much dropping back into a deep line block. The task for Bloomsbury is to unlock that block and try to find the key to break them down. Portobello. Southampton kicking, and now they will have the opportunity to get the cavalry together, and Will Wilson will get some messages on board, but I have to say he'll be delighted with how it's gone so far, and certainly the response since falling behind. 6 defeats in the 6 league games they've played so far this season, and up against a very stern test in Bloomsbury today, but so far so good for them, and one apiece after that equaliser from Povey. Easy to forget the chance that she had just moments after that as well, Alicia Povey. Problems to solve then for Bloomsbury as we take a look at their squad, and the strength in depth that they have as well could come to play with the latter stages of the game. Back out onto court, the same 4 that were on for Bloomsbury before that timeout was called. Saylor. Maidmans. Harris trying to wriggle free, but in dangerous position inside her own defensive penalty area. Curtis, O'Shea with the challenge, and the final touch coming off the Bloomsbury new signing. Taylor. Here's Maidmans, heavy touch, and it could prove problematic. Very nearly gifted the chance there for Long. Free kick given the way of Southampton, maybe a slightly soft one. They'll need to be careful that they don't give away many more opportunities like that on a plate in front of their own goal mouth. Southampton, they won't want to concede in that sort of manner. Good ball up to the number 8 there for Bloomsbury, Maisie O'Shea. Here's Tonks. O'Shea. Good touch. Manak as Southampton retreat again. Manak to O'Shea. Portobello, nice footwork away from Tonks. O'Shea maintaining possession well here, Bloomsbury, but most of it in front of the Southampton defence. Set for the strike from Portobello, breaks back for O'Shea, left-footed, 2-1. Maisie O'Shea on debut for Bloomsbury, and she restores the London side lead. Through the legs of the goalkeeper Saylor, who was beaten. Just couldn't react quickly enough. And Bloomsbury now with their advantage back. Maisie O'Shea then joining teammate Hannah Crackman on the score sheet on her debut for Bloomsbury. Either side of that Alicia Povey goal means that it's Bloomsbury 2, Southampton 1. Portabella took a touch off Curtis, which had to be dealt with by the goalkeeper, Zayler, that time, who did react. Curtis, poor touch, gives it away. Is this 3-1? Very nearly. Zayler clearly animated and not happy with her outfield four. It was Curtis who was the culprit in giving possession away. Southampton, who responded so well after going 1-0 down, now need to do that again. 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to play of this first half. Bloomsbury leading by 2-1. Portabella. Manak up to Long. Ever impressive when on court. Tessa Long. Again, it's a change of the whole quartet for Bloomsbury, and Southampton, I think, just asking the question of the referee as to whether he should start the 4-second count, but allowing Bloomsbury to do that. Fresh legs again onto court. Salas. Lewis Chodinay. That one's prodded forward in search of Sanchez. Taylor takes a position on the far side as Southampton look to use her again. That was the route to goal, really. That time, though, just running into traffic in the form of a couple of gold shirts, and then the opportunity for Lewis Chodinay, as the pass was fed through to her by Paola Sanchez from centre to left. Big moments in the game. 3-1 would feel like a very different scoreline to the narrow 2-1 advantage that Bloomsbury have themselves at the moment. Sanchez. Haven't seen too much of her so far today. The number 10 for Bloomsbury. Loose touch that time, took it out of play. Given away to Salas. Salas! Saylor got back just in time. Scurried back across from the right side to between the sticks to make the stop. Tries to set Tonks away down the other end as well, but too much on the long throw out. Can't be playing passes like that in situations when the goalkeeper's out of net. Salas. Still Bloomsbury looking to probe and have themselves another goal. The referee just maybe thought about playing the advantage there, the way of Southampton, but it's brought back for the free kick. Leah Harris, I think, just initially thinking the ball had been overrun and the decision had gone the way of Bloomsbury for the kick-in, but definitely Kaylee Tonks was caught, and that's why the free kick was given. Salas squirms away well. Salas still in possession, forced a check back but sends it back comfortably. Lewis Chodinay. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez tries to throw it through, but to nobody in particular. Tonks there trying to link up with teammate Curtis, but misplaced pass as Curtis is then replaced by Povey, the goal scorer for Southampton. Salas with a hand of apology as she was maybe just caught on her heels from that far side set piece. Again, Saylor will persist about leaving the regular goalkeeper position to offer herself as an option on the far side from those deep-lying kick-ins. Not time it went directly forward though from the initial take. Maidment. Harris momentarily robbed of possession. Playing with her back to the goal that Southampton were attacking, but was quickly surrounded by a couple of Bloomsbury opponents. Another corner set this time for Salas. Again, though, same outcome, and haven't quite got those right yet, Bloomsbury. The long-range strikes from set pieces, and Southampton will probably be more than happy with efforts like that. Momentary stoppage in play as the ball's just retrieved from behind the goal of Lauren Saylor. We'll be back to the action now. She dishes that one long up to Povey. Took a tumble, definitely no foul. Chodinay sets it back. Chodinay again though, robbed of possession, round the corner for Tonks. Tonks promising, but wide of the near post. Maybe just lost her footing at the crucial moment there as well, Kayleigh Tonks. She'll be disappointed though that she couldn't hit the target. It's when those rare opportunities present themselves. They've been few and far between across the course of this season so far for Southampton, that they need to be clinical in front of goal. Povey earlier was. Here's Povey in possession. Only against Salas though, and it breaks back for Louise Chodinay. Louise Chodinay happy to just check back herself and maintain possession for her side. 2-1 Bloomsbury lead. It's put out of play by Maidment. Sanchez, that time trying to pick a pass rather than strike for goal. Kayleigh Tonks takes that kick in, and this time Southampton utilised their goalkeeper well. Into the attacking half, up to Tonks, around the corner, very nearly 2-2. Alicia Povey again on the end of a nice move involving the goalkeeper. That time though, just the final touch is lacking. Certainly an issue that though for Bloomsbury when Southampton do make use of Saylor. Used to try to act as a fly goalkeeper in a very unorthodox original style. As we take a look at that latest chance again, big opportunity for Povey. Just latched at it with her outstretched left foot. Sanchez. Louise Chodinay. Sanchez. Salas. Deflected out and behind for the corner. As once again we'll see a change of all four, a line change for Bloomsbury. We're inside the final 90 seconds of this first half. That's a poor corner, it's given the ball away directly to Tonks. Forward ball in search of Povey, well defended that time. Povey breaks all the way through to Rebecca Tonks, digs the shot out, but not enough conviction behind it. Not the direction either. Patterson there is robbed of possession and he's given it away to Tonks. 2-2 right before half time, and Southampton have come from behind again, twice in this first half. And they've drawn the game level once more, 2 apiece. And this time it's Rebecca Tonks who finds the net. Once the opportunity presented itself to Tonks, she never really looked like missing. "36 seconds left to go in the half. Across the face of goal, and surely it's turned in. It is a killer blow for Southampton. Anna Patterson, who was the culprit to give the chance away, which Tonks took to make it 2-2. That time turns it in at the far stick. Game's 5th goal, and 3 of them have gone the way of Bloomsbury. What a game we've got on our hands here. Well, I said initially that the equalising goal to make it 2-2 was right on the stroke of half-time. Shows you just how much time is left with the stop clock in futsal. Plenty of time in the end for Patterson to go down the other end and make amends for the error. Portobello there taking a tumble in towards the referee, Andre Sequeira, I should say, on the near side. But 3-2 to Bloomsbury, with goals from Crackman, O'Shea and Patterson. Twice pegged back. It looks as though they will be leading at half-time, and indeed there is the buzzer to signal the end of the first period as we return to action in the FA National Futsal Series. And what a half it was as well. Southampton falling behind early on to Hannah Crackman's goal, but made it 1 apiece through Povey. 2-1 down when Maisie O'Shea found the net. Rebecca Tonks with a goal inside the final minute to make it 2 apiece, but Anna Patterson making amends for the error which led to that Southampton goal, and that's how we stand at half-time. Don't go anywhere, there's a big 20 minutes coming up. The half-time score, Southampton Aztecs 2, Bloomsbury 3. Welcome back then for the second half of the first game of this weekend's action in the FA National Futsal Series. It's brought to you live from the Aldenham Sports Centre from the Women's Tier 1 side of things today, and at the midway point of the first game it's 3-2 to Bloomsbury, given the goals from Hannah Crackman, Maisie O'Shea and Patterson before half-time. Povey and Tonks grabbed goals back to make it first 1-1 and then 2-2 for Southampton in what's probably been their best halves performance so far this season. But again, on the wrong side of the scoreline. Still plenty of time left for them to change that. Let's see how the second half goes. It will be Southampton to get us going again at the start of this second half. Alicia Povey will take on that role. The number 9 in red and white. So it's Southampton who get us going again at the start of this second period. Will Wilson's side. And they're kicking from left to right in this second period of 20 minutes. Referee signals the kick in the way of Southampton, with both sides appealing for it. There was Chaudinet back to get her body in between player and ball to shield that one out and successfully win the kick in. Would have been such a settler though, that goal from Anna Patterson just before half time to restore Bloomsbury's lead. Scotland's made a good parallel run here. Scotland on the end of the parallel pass down the right flank from Steffi Salas, but the double ricochet meaning that the final touch came off Scotland. Maybe playing in more of a attacking role today than we see from her usually. So often plays as the fix at the heart of things for Bloomsbury, but maybe venturing forward a little more. We'll drop back in here. As Southampton again drop back to their defensive setup inside their own half. Sanchez tries to thread the pass through, but it only drops to Rebecca Tonks. There was Chaudinet back defending once more. Tonks just running out of room. Just to drag back with the sole of her right foot, took the ball over the near side touchline. Picking taken short to Scotland, the Bloomsbury skipper. Wayward of where Louis Chaudinet was. Bloomsbury pivot, number 12, Ashley Lewis Chaudinet. Another one of those signed in the summer. They signed a whole host of players, Bloomsbury. Really allowed them to kick on, and credit to the recruitment for that. Struggled and ended up in the relegation playoffs last season, but looks certain to not threaten that end of the league table this season. Scotland. Salas. Bloomsbury kicking. Scotland exchanging passes with Salas. All the way across from right to left into Louis Chaudinet. Louis Chaudinet holding off the defender, and Scotland, Sailor maybe just unaware of exactly where her goalposts were there. And flying across the face of goal, and in the end the touch off the goalkeeper wasn't necessary, but took it behind for the corner. Back for the shot on goal for Helena Scotland. Sailor in search of Kaylee Tonks. Scotland just running into traffic, but it breaks back for Salas. Scotland. Sanchez. Slightly behind Salas, but she manages to retain possession. Scotland. Salas creeping ever closer to the Southampton goal, but then the pass was poor to gift the ball back to Will Wilson's side. have to feel that he'll be really happy with that first half. Real signs of improvement for them, and that's all that he can ask for, really. Down at the foot of the table, unhealthy goal difference, yet to pick up a point this season. Very much in this game. Scotland. Salas. She's seen a lot of court time so far today. Steffi Salas, as she picks up possession again. Digs the shot out left-footed, but it didn't have enough conviction behind it. And the throw out from Saylor, looking to kickstart the quick counter-attack, was too far ahead of the run of Kaylee Tonks, and she's forced to retreat back into a mentally fatiguing defensive setup. Not only physically, with the lack of substitute options in depth on the bench, it's also very tough mentally to stay concentrated for such long periods of play. And out of possession like Southampton are having to deal with now. That was fired against Povey and behind for the corner. Bloomsbury have started this second half with a certain sense of control that perhaps they didn't quite have in the first period. Scotland. Good save from Saylor to get the all-important touch. I think it might have just been creeping in at the far post as well. If it was, then it's an excellent stop to turn it behind. Scotland just overzealous with the challenge. She looked to block the first defender. Tonks was sent tumbling to the ground, and just a word as well for the Bloomsbury skipper. Saylor, who was Chaudinay looking to pounce. Maidment skips away from Scotland initially, and then the Bloomsbury skipper came back with a really strong challenge. That time, though, taking the ball well. Tonks. This is Rebecca Tonks, only against Lewis Chaudinay. Was she fouled? Yes, she was there. Actually, Lewis Chaudinay, so it's going to be brought back for the Bloomsbury free kick, and again they'll get fresh legs onto court. Good first stint though at the start of this second period from the starting five. Crackman to take this free kick. Under no pressure, just happy to maintain possession. Portobello. Long. Into Crackman, Long again! And it drops just wide of the far post. So simple though to cut through the Southampton defence that time. Almost passengers in defence, but it's been given away to Maidment. And Amy Maidment, after robbing Crackman of possession, finds the corner. And that's 3 times now that Southampton have come from behind to draw the game level. 3 apiece. Well, it was a stray venture forward in defence, which in the end proved to be the route to goal for Southampton as they won the ball back high up the court. Crackman with the error to give the ball away. No foul given from the near side official. He had the situation right beneath his nose, and not too many protestations about it as well. Hans Armstrong in the Bloomsbury goal must be wondering exactly how Southampton have managed to breach a goal 3 times already with the limited opportunities they've created. Not really anything she could have done about any of them though. 3-3. Game finally poised from here. Towards the back post, and Tessa Long coming in had a golden chance. Really big moment, and it's a let off that for Southampton. Really big let off as the run of Long wasn't tracked, but side-footed wide. Crackman to Long. Long checks inside. Here's Crackman. Portobello. Portabella, oh, it's gone in. Not one that the goalkeeper Sailor will want to see back again. But Hannah Crackman, having been robbed of possession to present the game's 6th goal to Southampton, has just a couple of minutes later gone down the other end and restored the lead. 4-3. Courtesy, though, really of that goalkeeping error. Hannah Crackman with her second goal of the game rather. And 7 goals so far now. Both sides trading punches at one another. And Southampton here will have to do it all over again. Nearly 5.5 minutes played since the restart, and two teams have come out and found themselves a goal apiece. Crackman. Here's Long. Corner given. Crackman sets it back for Long, but didn't quite get her body position enough over the top of the ball there to keep the effort down. Portabella, across to Long. Long looking to skip past the latest Southampton scorer in Maidment. Taylor. Can't have the ball back now inside her own half as Kelly Tonks sends that one forward, but wayward of Povey. Hannah Crackman with the game's latest goal, but it seems like a long time ago now since she got the opener. Two teams have traded blows since then. Ebbs and flows in the game, and the pendulum once more now swinging in favour of Bloomsbury. Towards the back post, and it just evaded the first run of Long and then the second of Crackman. Dana Manak with the pass across. Bloomsbury here looking to pounce and almost box Southampton into their own defensive quarter. Manak, options both left and right. She plays the pass left for Crackman, and then the follow-up attempt ricochets through to the goalkeeper Sailor, who is the only goalkeeper amongst the Southampton squad today. No Mo Delaney for Will Wilson's side. Another goalkeeping option that we've seen employed sometimes this season for the Aztecs, but she's part of the Southampton second team fixture today. We're playing at Cambridge. Kaylee Tonks. Now Rebecca Tonks. Holding off Portabella, but forced back to the goalkeeper Sailor. Povey trying to make something of the loose ends. Referee again lenient with the decision to allow that one to continue. Looked as though it was a moving ball. Crackman. Portabella. Here's Manak. Portabella might open up for the shooting chance. It did, but it was blocked. Here's Rebecca Tonks. Did well to skip away from the initial pressure, but then could only take the ball into a wide avenue of attack, but has won her side the kick in here. All three of Southampton's goals have come in transitional moments. Yet to really break down the Bloomsbury defence when in possession, but it's only taking into account the limited periods of time that they've actually had sustained possession. I'm sure the match stats would show that Bloomsbury have had the large majority of the ball throughout the course of the game so far. They're in possession again here. Southampton set up in a almost 2-2 box defensive system as they change around to a diamond there, but Bloomsbury looking to probe and find the key to unlock the door again. Crackman on a hat-trick now as it's deflected wide by her opposite, number 9. Povey, after a good stint on court, replaced by Harris. Lofted all the way across to Manak, but got that one all wrong. Maybe a spur of the moment choice to try something a little more unfamiliar from that set piece. It was a lofted pass across the penalty area, but Manak not making the connection that she wanted. It's taken short, and again Bloomsbury looking to pounce. Harris has it, but in a sticky situation. No longer, but no foul given. Through the legs of Long, but only to Crackman. All the way back now with the Bloomsbury goalkeeper, Harkness Armstrong. Her pass is too heavy to be caught. Haven't seen too much of Bloomsbury's new signing Maisie O'Shea since scoring in that first half. Still amongst the substitutes at the moment. Oh, Tonks there coming in from the blind side of her opposite number to win the ball back. It's Kayleigh Tonks, but well wide of the near post. It's a line change again for Bloomsbury, with Liam Francis again keeping things fresh, and so beneficial when you've got such strength in depth to be able to change the outfield four around so frequently. Looked to be a foul, just coming in from the blind side there was Maidmans. Took the Bloomsbury player before the ball. Timeout here being called by the Bloomsbury bench, so Liam Francis taking the opportunity to just get his side in. Maybe just an opportunity to set something up from the set piece chance as well. If they can find that extra goal to give them a cushion on the scoreboard in the what's so far been a tightly contested game. If they can find the next goal to make it 5-3, then that might just be a heavy blow to Southampton. But so far their performance has been much improved from an Aztecs perspective. And having done it 3 times already, I'm sure they'll have a belief as well that they can go back and find themselves another equaliser. It's just if that next goal does go against them and Bloomsbury find it, then that might be a bit of a dagger to the heart. .11 minutes and 21 seconds of playing time left in this first game of the day. Let's see what Bloomsbury have got then from this set piece. It was set back to Steffi Salas, but not quite working out how Bloomsbury had planned that one on the tactics board. Salas across to Sanchez, in towards Salas again. Got the touch in close proximity to the goal, but could only prod it well wide. Tonks wriggling free. Tonks runs out of room. Harkness Armstrong goes short to Steffi Salas. Bloomsbury will build once more. For Salem. Scored a spectacular goal earlier on in the season. Got to be one of the contenders for the goal of the season in the women's tier 1, with an intricate flick over the goalkeeper in a game against Bolton. For Salem here will take the kick in. cutting through the first line of the Southampton defence, as fatigue, you would imagine, now would start to set in for the Aztecs camp. Here's Harris. Couldn't find her teammate Curtis, who was the intended target for the end of that long diagonal. Salas. Sanchez looking for Salem, but was intercepted initially. It's back here though with Bloomsbury and for Salem, who does now have it. Salas away from her opposite number in Maidment. Salas trying to feed the pass wide right for Thackeray, but too much on it that time. Oh, Tonks lurking, and she's won the ball back here as well. It's Rebecca Tonks, goalkeeper, came sliding right out to the edge of the penalty area. And Harkness-Armstrong was called into action. As we take a look again at the replay, it's just against the outstretched right leg of Harkness-Armstrong, as she came out well to spread herself. Really good goalkeeping to narrow the angle. But again, it was a big chance and pretty much presented on a plate. After Tonks won the ball back, the route to goal was free. Excellent turn by Sanchez. Sanchez. It's back for Paula Sanchez. Blocked away though. Salas, but that time couldn't find Sanchez, and the long throw out down the other end did find Rebecca Tonks, who had that latest opportunity for Southampton, and I'm sure will be wishing that she could have it back. Corner's taken short, and the angle wasn't really on for the strike, but that was the option opted for. Forward to Tonks again, who found space in behind. Harkness-Armstrong able to latch onto it. Down the other end though, a chance to make it 5-3. Goalkeeper Saylor just ushering Sanchez away. Game really now starting to open up. Tonks feeds the ball across to Povey, but the block was made. To the final 9 minutes, and it's still just the single goal advantage that Bloomsbury have. Could have been very different as well if the chance was taken. Just a minute or two ago from Tonks, but now here down the other end is Rosanna Frith-Salem. Goalkeeper slips, but Salem managed to just get back to her feet in time. Another big moment. It looked for all the world there as though Frith-Salem was going to add the 5th Bloomsbury goal, especially after the what seemed to be a slip from goalkeeper Saylor. Managed to react just about quickly enough though. Thackeray robbed, but managed to get back to get the touch to put it out for the kick in. Povey. Rebecca Tonks. Curtis. Moving the ball around well, Southampton, when they do have possession. Not that time though, as they run themselves into trouble. The player was ready and waiting at the second post there, Salas, who had all the room in the world. As we take a look again at the opportunity for Frith-Salem, yeah, it definitely was a slip from Saylor, as the whole goal seemed to be waiting. Chance at the other end, and it's a good stop from Harkness-Armstrong. That's a couple now that she's made in quick succession. Bloomsbury really need to switch on to that longer ball through, whether it be direct from the goalkeeper or a longer lofted pass. It's caught them out a couple of times now. Harris not with the pass that she was looking for. We take a look at the replay. Simple long throw out from the goalkeeper Saylor to Kayleigh Tonks, and you can see the frustration from the Southampton number 6 as she was denied another equalising goal. Povey desperately trying to win the ball back, but Sanchez is there. given away again to Povey. Povey tries to skip away from Salas, but falls really wide. In the end, only lobs the ball into the hands of Harkness Armstrong, and she looks to set Scotland away on the counter-attack. The referee gives the free kick. Tonks not happy. She feels that she took the ball cleanly. Let's take a look again. Definitely did win the ball initially. Perhaps it's more of the follow-through contact that the referee's given the foul for, but you can see why Cody Tonks there feels aggrieved. We will then resume with the Bloomsbury free kick. 7 minutes and 14 seconds left to play. Still Bloomsbury leading by 4-3. So they were 3-2 up at half time. O'Shea. Here's Portobello. Crackman. Kicking. Next goal in the game, you get the sense, could prove to be crucial. Really important moments now as we enter towards the latter stages of this contest. Portobello. Crackman into O'Shea, back to Portobello. Moving the ball around with control again. Just wayward though of Jasmine Whitehead Shakes, the number 18. One of the Bloomsbury camp whose minutes have perhaps been limited today. I'm sure the intention from Liam Francis before the game would have been to arrive, get the job done in the first half, and then maybe go deeper in the squad in the second period. Oh, it's spilled by the goalkeeper, and how that wasn't turned in by Tonks, I'm not quite sure. So uncharacteristic as well of Harkness Armstrong to allow that one through her legs like she did. I think it just caught Tonks by surprise more than anything else as well. Seemed to catch everybody by surprise, and Tonks was maybe more ready and waiting for it than could very easily have been 4 apiece. Just wonder whether Southampton will think about changing tactic at any point if they have to go in search of a late equalising goal. Still time for them to continue playing this way at the moment, but Bloomsbury want to at the moment. With the way in which Southampton are defending, they can just run the clock down inside their own half. Not opting for that though, as they look to go in search of another goal to perhaps kill the game off. Giving the ball away though, here's Povey. Sliding challenge, but Povey evades it, and Jasmine Whitehead Shakes back defending well. Not the second time of asking the challenge, winning the ball from the Southampton pivot, who took a bit of a heavy whack in that challenge as well. Just stayed down as well here, Alicia Povey. Always a worrying sign for any player to remain down on the court. Going to be held back to her feet by stand-in physio and skipper and goalkeeper Lauren Taylor. She looks okay to continue, which is good to see. Curtis will take the corner. Back to Povey, immediately involved once more, and a bit of a shove in the back there as Bloomsbury looked to break away. The referee really should have played the advantage. Maybe a bit quick on the whistle. Esther Perry on the far side, right in front of the Bloomsbury bench as well, and the protestations to her were clear. Definite foul. Just on the counter-attack, I think Bloomsbury would have preferred the opportunity to be allowed to run free and continue with that charge forwards. Whitehead Shakes. Approaching the final 5 minutes, here's O'Shea. Portobello signalling to O'Shea, trying to beckon her teammate wider. Crackman! Sailor appealing that took a final touch off A Bloomsbury player, Whitehead shakes, but it's a corner which has been given. Didn't quite catch it on the replay, but it looked at first glance as though Sailor got the final touch. Crackman returned the ball back to the corner taker, and there's Portabella. She's forced all the way back to the goalkeeper though in Harkness Armstrong. Digs out the longer pass forward in search of O'Shea. Sailor keen to distribute quickly, but the timeout here has been called from her bench, and now maybe an opportunity for the boss Will Wilson to think about changing things, because time is quickly running out, despite the fact that their performance has been so much better than in prior weeks. Still on the wrong side of the scoreline here, Southampton, against a usually very good side in Bloomsbury, but perhaps under par today. Had some really good results so far this season, Bloomsbury, with notable wins over London Helvetia, for instance, in their game live on BT Sport when they won 4-1 at St George's Park. Also beat Bolton 5-2, but were beaten in their last game before the Christmas break 4-0 by the reigning champions in Birmingham. Mid-season break almost renders that all irrelevant though. There's no real form going into this restart in the new year. And I think it's that sense of fresh start as well for Southampton, which has proved to be so key for their improvement in performance today. Might have just helped to refresh the minds and give them a new lease of life and belief. Portabella. O'Shea with the outstretched leg, but unable to keep the ball in play. Let's see then if there is any change of the way in which Southampton are playing. Might look to use the goalkeeper Sailor more often. There's Povey, blocked away the first time, and then it breaks back, and the final touch comes off Curtis. It's another good stop by Harkness Armstrong. On target from Harris, but perhaps didn't quite find the corner, and it's a save that Harkness Armstrong would herself expect to make. Perhaps fortunate though Bloomsbury, that it didn't break back to Curtis, who was lurking right in the goal mouth. O'Shea, play by Povey. Into where the spectators are positioned at the Aldenham Sports Centre, down below the camera on the near side. Line of seating. There's Portabella. 4-3 to Bloomsbury, the scoreline remains. Sailor looking again to distribute longer down court. Bloomsbury kicking, still Southampton dropping back and retreating to halfway. Harris, Povey. Tonks to her right, it's across to Kayleigh Tonks, and she miscues the effort. Just fluffed her lines at the vital moment there. Kayleigh Tonks, and quickly now down the other end for Whitehead shakes. End-to-end action as it's sent forward by Sailor, and Tonks not quite on the same wavelength as Povey that time. Stays at 4-3. With just over 3 minutes of time with the ball being in play left. Maybe just trying to draw Southampton out there, Bloomsbury, as they look to wind the clock down further. Whitehead shakes, signalling to the substitutes bench that her race might be run. Replaced by Dana Manak. You'd imagine at some stage Southampton have got to come forward and give whatever little energy the small camp have got left to go and press high. As Povey though with an opportunity, again denied by Harkness Armstrong. That's 3 good saves now, possibly even 4 that she's made since the latest goal in the game to keep the scoreline as it is. If Bloomsbury are to go on to pick up all 3 points from this very tightly fought contest, and you have the goalkeeper to thank for that. Set short for Tonks. Back to Rebecca Tonks, but then the pass was poor, and it's 2v only. The goalkeeper across to Crackman. Crackman. It's a good stop from Saylor to keep her side in with a shot here. Just the slightest of touches as it brushed the fingertips of the goalkeeper. It's another stop from Saylor to palm that one away. Down the other end after it is Rebecca Tonks. The goalkeeper sends it long. Povey happy for the ball to run into touch. Saylor will be an option on the far side. How many more opportunities can Southampton create before the game is up? Really will feel as though a killer blow for them if they are to fall to defeat in this one as well. Here's Povey. Down the line for Tonks. Into a dangerous position, but nobody there in red. Crackman, twice scorer in this one so far, and she's done really well there to skip away from Rebecca Tonks. Running into the red brick wall of Povey. Back there defending. As the clock continues to tick down every second that the ball's in play. Bloomsbury edging ever closer to picking up their 5th win of the season, and they will, at least for the time being today, be heading back to the top of the table. That's all, of course, before Birmingham face London Helvetia later on today, and before that we have Bolton and Hartpury as well. So make sure you stay tuned for the action which is to follow. 90 seconds left to play here. Bloomsbury leading by 4-3. Now Southampton will press higher. Salas, player over at the second post, really well intercepted. Really important intervention as well from Povey. Portobello. Portobello happy to turn back and play the pass to Long. Salas, corner. It's exactly the area of the court where Bloomsbury want the ball as well. Here at their host event this weekend, Bloomsbury. It's perhaps been a, as I mentioned before, under par performance, but can they pick up the big 3 points? It's ultimately what they came for. Match ball there, just ending up behind the netting, behind the goal, so new one being called for, and down the other end it's Povey. Tonks in the challenge with Manak. Into the final minute. What's left in the Southampton locker? Tonks, in towards Povey again. And it will be a Southampton kick-in. 49 seconds left to play. Rebecca Tonks running into trouble, but she has her side another kick in. It's been taken quickly. Across here to Saylor, might open up for the shooting chance. Saylor breaks for Harkness Armstrong, and she'll instead take the shot on from long range, but it strikes the ceiling of the sports hall, so out of play for the Southampton kick in. Just wonder in hindsight whether it would have been better to just maintain possession there for her side there, Harkness Armstrong and Bloomsbury. Take a time over retrieving rather the ball here. .30 seconds to play. Dana Manak back in support of the kicking taker, and it's Tessa Long who takes control. Long into Manak. Long again, options both left and right as Bloomsbury here might look to kill the game. Could do just that by keeping possession though, but they haven't. Saylor forward and trying to find the direct ball up to Tonks again. Will Southampton find themselves a last gasp equaliser? 10 seconds to do so, they're going to have to be quick. Slammed clear, but only out for a kick-in from Frith Salem. 6 seconds left. Saylor forward in support of the attack. Marcus Armstrong in. No need to give the ball back to Southampton and being made to retrieve it themselves. Set for Tonks, but the clock's running out. It's out of play again. 1.9 seconds left, and it's got to be a set and smash with the strike from this kick-in. Captain Saylor just trying to take over with a couple of last-second instructions. Povey sets it for Tonks, and it's blocked away and out for the kick-in again. But you have to feel as though now that will be that. It's set for Saylor, and there the buzzer goes. And Bloomsbury just about managed to get themselves over the line. Well, it was a 3 points that they'll happily, gladly take, but a 3 points which they were definitely made to work for. 3 times pegged back by the side at the foot of the table, Southampton. But what an improved performance it was from Will Wilson's side. A really good opening game of this weekend, which Bloomsbury just come out on top of with a 4-3 win here at their home venue. And it sends them back to the top of the table before Birmingham will play later today. The final score in the first game of 3 in the Women's Tier 1, live from the Aldenham Sports Centre. It's Southampton Aztecs 3, Bloomsbury 4.